The Galactic Census, a monumental effort spanning millennia, was tasked with cataloging the genetic information of every known sentient species in the galaxy. It was not just a bureaucratic ritual. It was the cornerstone of interstellar stability. By understanding the genetic composition of all species, the Galactic Council ensured that the intricate balance of alliances, trade agreements, and territorial sovereignty remained intact. The system had worked flawlessly for centuries until the humans. When humanity was first discovered, the galaxy viewed them as an anomaly. Their rapid technological advancement, their adaptability, and their curious mixture of aggression and compassion had earned them equal parts admiration and suspicion. Yet, nothing prepared the census for the shock awaiting them. The humans' genetic sample, submitted as part of their induction into the broader galactic community, had flagged an error in the census system. Or so it seemed. At first, technicians assumed the database had been corrupted. The probability of such an event was negligible, given the advanced AI overseeing the process, but anomalies were rare enough to be dismissed as technical glitches. However, after repeated scans and cross-checks, the results were clear. Human DNA was unlike any other species cataloged across the galaxy. Roughly 50% of their genome aligned with the known building blocks of carbon-based lifeforms, similar to countless other species. The other 50%, however, defied classification. It was not simply unknown. It was entirely unprecedented, with no evolutionary precedent or detectable patterns linking it to the galaxy's shared biological history. Panic began as whispers within the census offices. Was this evidence of some ancient experiment? A dormant weapon? A biological anomaly that could threaten galactic ecosystems? The questions raced faster than answers could follow. The census, bound by its protocols, escalated the matter to the Galactic Council. The council chambers, normally reserved for matters of trade disputes or interstellar security, erupted in heated debate. Representatives from every corner of the galaxy were present, their holographic projections flickering with urgency. The Zoralan scientist who had flagged the anomaly stood before them, a being of crystalline elegance who spoke with unerring precision. "This is not a system error," the scientist declared. "The human genome is partially encoded with material we cannot trace. It is unlike anything we have ever encountered." The Krell representative, a hulking creature with scales shimmering in iridescent colors, snarled in response. "Unknown is unacceptable. Such irregularities pose a potential existential threat. We must act preemptively." The Arivian diplomat, a being whose appearance radiated warmth and light, countered. "Fear has always been our downfall. Should we not first seek understanding? Humans have proven themselves capable of cooperation. Perhaps this mystery holds a key to something greater." Amid the uproar, the human ambassador, a young woman named Alara, struggled to find her voice. She had prepared for trade negotiations, not a defense of her species' very existence. "We don't understand this anomaly any more than you do," she began. "But humanity has always thrived on solving mysteries. Give us the chance to prove ourselves." The council, divided but wary of hasty action, agreed on a course. A specialized task force would investigate humanity further, while Earth remained under cautious observation. The Galactic Council chamber was steeped in tension as debates over humanity's fate grew more heated. The findings of the Galactic Census had shaken the Council to its core. Species with millennia of interstellar cooperation suddenly found themselves at odds, divided by the implications of humanity's genetic anomaly. The Krell, renowned for their paranoia, were the first to call for immediate action. "This cannot be ignored," their ambassador bellowed, his segmented body shifting uneasily. "The potential for devastation is too great. We have no idea what this genetic code could unleash. Earth must be quarantined, its people confined until the threat is neutralized." Others in the council began murmuring in agreement. The concept of an unknown variable in an otherwise meticulously catalogued galaxy was anathema to them. Yet, opposition arose just as fervently. "Let us not forget what humanity has already contributed," argued the Arivian representative, her voice calm but firm. Their ingenuity and adaptability have inspired progress in ways none of us could have predicted. Would you condemn an entire species for something we do not yet understand? The debate continued, voices clashing as differing philosophies collided. Some species saw humanity as a potential threat to galactic stability, a wild card that could disrupt their fragile equilibrium. Others viewed them as a mystery worth solving, an opportunity to uncover secrets that might benefit all. Amid the chaos, Alara, the human ambassador, struggled to hold her composure. She had prepared for diplomacy, but this was a battle for survival. Standing alone among beings far more advanced, she felt the weight of her species' future pressing down on her. Still, she spoke with conviction. Humanity has always faced the unknown, she said, her voice cutting through the din. We've survived wars, disasters, and the vast emptiness of space. Whatever this anomaly in our DNA means, it doesn't define us. It's simply another puzzle to solve. And if there's one thing humans are good at, it's finding answers. Her words brought a brief silence to the chamber, but the unity was fleeting. The Zorlan scientist, analytical and dispassionate, presented their findings once more, emphasizing the potential implications. The unknown segment of their DNA may indicate advanced genetic engineering, possibly by a civilization far older than any of ours. If this is true, humanity could be a dormant weapon, or a key to unlocking technologies we cannot yet comprehend. The room erupted again, and the debate spiraled into further chaos. Eventually, the council chair, an ancient and revered being known for their impartiality, intervened. "We are not here to condemn or exonerate," they declared. "Our duty is to ensure the safety and stability of this galaxy. As such, we will proceed with caution. A task force will be assembled to investigate Earth and its people. Until then, no drastic measures will be taken." The decision was met with mixed reactions, from reluctant acceptance to outright resentment. Humanity's future now rested in the hands of an interstellar team tasked with uncovering the truth. For Alara, the decision was bittersweet. Humanity had earned a reprieve, but their fate was far from secure. The task force arrived at Earth in a fleet of sleek, unmarked ships, their presence deliberately understated to avoid causing mass panic among the human population. The team consisted of scientists, diplomats, and enforcers, each representing a different galactic species. Their mission was clear: to unravel the mystery of humanity's DNA and determine whether Earth posed a threat or an opportunity. Their first interactions with humanity were cautious. Earth's governments, alerted to the diplomatic nature of the visit, worked closely with the task force, though the unease was palpable on both sides. To the task force, humans were an enigma, beings who, despite their technological limitations, had defied the odds to survive and thrive in an unpredictable universe. Every interaction deepened the aliens' curiosity and, in some cases, their unease. The team began their research by collecting data from across the planet, studying human biology, culture, and history. The results were both baffling and awe-inspiring. Humanity's DNA was a patchwork of evolutionary complexity. The known half of their genome, consistent with carbon-based lifeforms, told a story of struggle, adaptation, and survival. But the unknown half remained elusive. It resisted decoding, defying every advanced tool and algorithm the task force deployed. Meanwhile, as the researchers worked, the diplomats immersed themselves in human culture. They observed art, music, and literature. And for many, the experience was profoundly unsettling. Humanity's creative expressions were deeply emotional, filled with themes of love, loss, resilience, and hope. For beings who valued logic and order above all else, these displays of raw emotion were both alien and strangely captivating. However, not all members of the task force were impressed. Some, particularly those from species with militaristic tendencies, viewed humanity's emotional depth as a weakness. This sentimentality clouds their judgment, one enforcer remarked during a private discussion. If they are indeed a product of advanced genetic engineering, they are flawed beyond repair. But others saw humanity differently. The Orivian scientist assigned to the task force grew increasingly intrigued by the humans' ingenuity. One day, during a conversation with a human researcher, she witnessed a demonstration of their problem-solving skills. A complex engineering issue that had stumped her for hours was resolved in mere minutes by a group of human scientists, their minds seemingly wired for creative solutions. The breakthrough came when a hidden signal was discovered within the unknown segment of human DNA. It was faint, buried deep within the molecular structure, and encoded in a way that even the most advanced galactic civilizations had never encountered. Deciphering it became the team's top priority, but the implications were clear. Humanity's DNA had been deliberately altered by an unknown force. As the team debated the significance of this discovery, tensions within the task force began to rise. The militaristic factions argued for containment, fearing the potential activation of whatever lay dormant within the human genome. The more empathetic members pushed for understanding, convinced that humanity's unique traits could offer something invaluable to the galaxy. The situation grew more dire when a rogue faction from within the task force, unable to tolerate the uncertainty, launched a covert plan to strike Earth preemptively. This act of betrayal would set the stage for the final confrontation, forcing humanity and its allies to take a stand against those who feared the unknown. The rogue faction's strike came without warning. A stealth ship, bristling with experimental weaponry, broke from the task force fleet and descended toward Earth. Their plan was simple: disable the planet's major infrastructure, forcing humanity into compliance before their supposed genetic threat could materialize. But humanity was neither defenseless nor unprepared. The first wave of the attack was intercepted by a global network of satellites, primitive by galactic standards but effective. Earth's governments, now unified in the face of external threat, scrambled their combined forces. Fighter jets took to the skies, while ground-based systems launched countermeasures. What humans lacked in advanced technology, they made up for with ingenuity and coordination, buying crucial time for their allies within the task force to act. The Arivian scientist, horrified by the rogue faction's betrayal, worked quickly to disable their systems from within. She transmitted an urgent message to Alara, the human ambassador, detailing the rogue ship's vulnerabilities. "Your people have proven resourceful before," she said. "You'll need to be again." Alara relayed the information to Earth's defense teams, who executed a daring plan. Using hacked telemetry from the rogue ship, human engineers redirected an orbital debris field, creating a makeshift weapon. The resulting strike crippled the rogue ship's engines, forcing it into a controlled crash landing in the Pacific Ocean. The threat had been neutralized, but the incident left humanity shaken and angry. In the aftermath, the task force convened to address the crisis. The rogue faction was arrested, and their leaders faced immediate consequences. For the rest of the task force, the incident underscored the stakes of their mission. The divide between those who feared humanity and those who saw its potential had never been wider. The breakthrough came not from fear or aggression, but from curiosity. The hidden signal within the human genome was finally decoded, a series of mathematical sequences interwoven with symbolic language. It was a message, left by an ancient civilization whose identity had been lost to time. The message spoke of balance and innovation, describing humanity as a seed race engineered to thrive under pressure, adapt to change, and bridge gaps between species. The unknown elements in their DNA were not a weapon, but a legacy, a repository of potential meant to be unlocked over millennia. Humanity, it seemed, had been designed not as a threat, but as a safeguard for a galaxy that might one day need them. This revelation changed everything. The Galactic Council, once divided in their opinions of humanity, began to reconsider their stance. The Arivian scientists and other supporters of Earth pushed for humanity's integration into the galaxy on equal terms, arguing that their creativity and resilience were assets too valuable to ignore. Alara, standing before the council once more, delivered a final address. "We are not perfect," she admitted, "but neither is any species. What sets us apart is our willingness to learn, to grow, and to face the unknown head-on. Let us work with you, not as subjects, but as partners." The council voted unanimously to lift Earth's quarantine. Humanity was welcomed as an equal member of the galactic community, their uniqueness no longer feared but celebrated. As the task force departed Earth, They left behind not just allies, but a species destined to change the galaxy forever.